Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is all about contacts. Whether you just got your first pair of contacts or you are thinking of switching from glasses to contacts, I'm here to make things a little bit easier for you. I have been wearing contacts for over 10 years now, so I will give you some do's and don'ts to make sure that you keep your eyes as healthy as possible. Now, if you are thinking of getting your first pair of contacts, here is what you are going to need to do. You are going to need to call your local eye doctor and set up an appointment. You are going to want to make sure that you let them know that you are thinking of switching from glasses to contacts, so that way they can prepare for your visit. When you get there, he or she is going to take you to the examination room and they're going to perform a general eye exam as well as fit you for your contacts. Now, not all eyes are the same, so you will be fitted for the proper size, shape, power, and the type of brand of contact that may work for you. Now, none of these tests hurt, so there's no need to panic. They will ask you some general questions such as, I have little notes down here to make sure that I cover everything. So they're going to ask you if you want to change your eye color with the contacts, if you are interested in daily disposables, weekly disposables, etc. So pretty much that is it on the doctor end. Now let's get into putting them in. So the first thing you're going to want to do is wash your hands with soap and water to remove any bacteria, and try not to touch anything in between putting your contacts on and washing your hands, because then you are just putting the bacteria back on your hands. So after that, you are going to want to take your contact one at a time, and you are going to want to rinse your contact. What I usually do is I place it in my hands like this, and I take my solution and I just dribble it on there. And I will just take my finger and I'm just going to gently massage it into my palm to get rid of any debris that may be on the contact. Now, once I've done so, you're going to want to make sure that your contact is facing the correct way. Now, if you can see this, that all of the edges are pointing straight up, I will show you what it looks like if it is facing the incorrect way. If your contact is inside out, you will see, if you can see very closely, you can see that the edges are pointing outward. They curve outward. That means that your contact is inside out, and when you put it in your eye, it is most likely not going to feel comfortable. You are going to pull down your bottom eyelid gently and either look up or inward, and you are going to gently put your finger touching your eyeball. Now you'll hear a little crackling sound in your eye. That means that it's suctioning to your eyeball. Once you have it in, just keep your eye closed for a second and then blink continuously, so that way it centers the contact over your eyeball, and voila, you are done. Now, if when you have your contact in, it feels uncomfortable or it feels like there may be something in it, which does tend to happen, all you have to do is take it out, wash it again, and put it back in. Now, to take out your contact, you are once again going to wash your hands with soap and water, and then what you're going to do is pull down on your lower eyelid, look up at the ceiling or inward, take your thumb and your index finger, and you're going to gently grab onto your contact like so, and it should come out very easily. Then once you have your contacts out, you're going to want to make sure that you put them in the correct sides of the contact lens box. So one will have an R on it. It's either going to be written on the lid, or in this case, it's actually written at the bottom. Let me just put my contact in there and then I will show you. So in this case, you can see that the R is written down here on the bottom of the container. Let me put my glasses back on so I can see you guys. So on to some tips and advice for you guys. First thing you're going to want to always remember to do is clean out your case. So every single night before you remove your contacts, clean out your case and make sure that you add new solution. Now, the solution, all you have to do is really pour it up to where the first screw for the cap begins, and that should be enough to cover the contact. And let me bring it in closer so that you guys can see. So it just goes to the first screw right here, and you should be good to go. And then just screw the cap back on, and now your contacts are sitting in a clean solution overnight, no bacteria, so you're good. Another thing, like I mentioned before, you're going to want to make sure that you always put your contacts in the correct compartment of your contact lens. So the right lens will go in the cap that says R and the left lens in the other. Now luckily for me, I have the same vision in both eyes, so I don't really need to worry about this. However, if you are prone to infections like styes or pink eye, I would suggest paying very close attention to this, because then you are just going to spread your infection to your other eye, and you do not want that. So when I first got my contacts, I was so super excited I didn't need to wear glasses anymore, and what is better than actually waking up the next day and seeing clearly? So I would just sleep in my contacts every single day. This is actually a very big no-no. I learned this because when I went to my eye doctor for a checkup, I took out my contacts and he saw that it was really cloudy and dirty, and this is due to me not cleaning in them because I was sleeping in them every day. So he told me that this was really bad because I am not allowing any oxygen to reach my eye, which can cause serious infections and ulcers. So this is something I recommend you do not do. However, they have a contact that you can sleep in. If that is something that you are wanting to look into, I would just have a conversation with your eye doctor and ask him what the difference is between a regular contact and the contacts you can sleep in as far as getting oxygen to your eye, because that I actually do not know. So just make sure, if that's something that you want to do, make sure you get all of the information that you need to make the right decision. Another little piece of advice I can give you is to not wear your contacts while swimming. Pools do carry bacteria, so if you do plan on going swimming and you like to open up your eyes underwater, I would suggest wearing goggles. But if that is not a big deal, then just take your contacts out before you go swimming, and you don't run the risk of causing an eye infection in your eye. Now this goes for showering too. I will admit I am a little guilty. I do wear my contacts every so often when I do take a shower. However, when I have my contacts in, I make sure that I keep my face out of the water. So if you do tend to shower with your contacts in, then make sure that you keep your face out of the water, because tap water, shower water, they do have bacteria as well. So that is something that you're going to want to keep in mind when showering or washing your face. Now, as for contact solution, there are so many to choose from. You have your more expensive brands like Bausch & Lomb, and then you have more generic brands. This is just Equate, it's a Walmart brand. I will tell you that over the years of using contact solution, I have never ever noticed a difference between them. So now I just get the generic brand and save a few bucks. Now, sometimes I do notice that my eyes will get a little dry when wearing contacts, and this usually tends to happen when I've had them in for a longer period of time throughout the day, towards the end of the night when I'm starting to get tired, or sometimes even when it's really windy out, my eyes will get a little bit of dry, and that's where re-wetting drops come in. Now, this bottle I always carry with me, so the label's kind of scratched off. I always have it in my pocketbook, but this is by Bausch & Lomb, and it is Sensitive Eyes Re-Wetting Drops. Now, all you have to do is when your eyes are starting to feel a little bit dry, you just pull down your eye and you put in 1 or 2 drops, and your eyes get lubricated and it feels so much better. The last bit of information that I have for you guys is when it comes to reordering your contacts. If you decide to do this online, you can go to 1-800-CONTACTS, which is a huge reputable company. I've been using them for so many years. The only thing that you need to do is make sure that you have your doctor's prescription, because you need to fill out all of that information at checkout, and they actually do call your eye doctor to confirm that you are a patient and that it's a legal prescription. So pretty much what you do is you go online, you find your contact brand, and then you have to put in your, if you could see that, it says BC for base curve, and then DIA, and that is the diameter of your eye, and then the strength, as you can see, mine is -5.25, which is not very good. But my whole family wears glasses, so I was just bound to wear glasses. So yeah, all you have to do is fill in that simple information. pick your brand and cash out and you're good to go. Or you can easily just call up your doctor and tell him that you are ready to reorder and he will fulfill the order for you there. So yes, that is pretty much it. I hope I covered most of the basics. If you do have any other questions, please feel free to ask them down in the comment box below and I will answer them to the best of my knowledge. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. If so, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.